Have you ever wondered what the key habits and mindsets are of self-made millionaires? The book, The Millionaire Next Door, by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko conducted in-depth research to uncover the common traits and behaviors of the truly wealthy. Over the course of 20 years, the authors interviewed thousands of millionaires across America to understand how they built their wealth. In this video, I'm going to share 7 key money principles from the book that anyone can apply to build financial independence. These principles fly in the face of the flashy, consumerist culture we're bombarded with today. But applying them consistently is the proven path to joining the millionaire class, even if you aren't born into wealth. Let's dive in. Principle 1. Live below your means. The first and most fundamental principle from The Millionaire Next Door is to consistently live below your means. The book found that wealth is actually more closely correlated with the percentage of your income you save, rather than your total income. High-income earners who spend lavishly are far less likely to become wealthy compared to moderate-income earners who are disciplined savers. Millionaires don't buy expensive luxury items or keep up with the Joneses. Instead, they prioritize saving and investing a large portion of their income, even if it means driving an older car or living in a modest home. They focus on building wealth rather than showing it off. This long-term mindset of deferring gratification is the bedrock of their financial success. The authors found that the typical millionaire household spends just a small fraction, often less than 10%, of their wealth on consumer purchases. The rest goes into building their net worth through savings and investment. Living below your means may not be glamorous, but it's the surest path to joining the millionaire class. Principle 2. Allocate your time, energy and money efficiently. Another key insight from the book is that wealthy people are exceptionally efficient with how they allocate their limited resources of time, energy and money. They are highly intentional and discerning about where they focus their efforts. Millionaires tend to be frugal with discretionary spending, but they are willing to invest significantly in areas that produce a high return. This could mean buying quality tools for their business, investing in their education, or paying for professional services that save them time and headaches. At the same time, they ruthlessly eliminate wasteful spending and activities that don't advance their goals. They avoid impulse purchases, unnecessary luxuries, and time-wasting activities. By relentlessly optimizing how they use their resources, they are able to compound their wealth at a much faster rate than the average person. The key is finding the right balance, being willing to invest intelligently, while also embracing frugality in other areas of life. This balanced approach allows millionaires to grow wealth steadily over time, without sacrificing their quality of life. Principle 3. Become your own banker. A third principle uncovered in the book is that the truly wealthy often become their own banker. This means minimizing their reliance on traditional financial institutions and instead using their own capital to finance major purchases. Millionaires tend to avoid taking on large amounts of debt, except when it comes to investing in income-producing assets like real estate. They understand that interest paid to banks and lenders is a major drag on wealth creation. So instead, they build up their own capital reserves to self-finance big-ticket items. For example, rather than taking out a car loan, they'll save up and pay cash for the next vehicle. Or they'll use their own home equity to fund home improvements, rather than getting a separate loan. This "become your own banker" mindset allows them to avoid interest payments, maintain more control over their finances, and keep more of their wealth compounding for the long term. Of course, this approach requires discipline and patience to build up sufficient savings. But the long-term benefits in terms of wealth accumulation are substantial. It's a key habit that sets millionaires apart from those who constantly rely on debt. Principle 4. Allocate resources to build wealth, not display affluence. A fourth key principle from The Millionaire Next Door is the idea of allocating resources to build wealth, rather than displaying affluence. As mentioned earlier, millionaires tend to live well below their means and avoid flashy displays of wealth. This is in stark contrast to many high-income earners who prioritize conspicuous consumption, spending lavishly on luxury cars, designer clothes, big houses, and other status symbols. The book found that these so-called high-income UAWs, under-accumulators of wealth, actually have a much lower net worth than those who live more modestly. Millionaires understand that true wealth is built slowly, through consistent savings and investment over decades. They would rather put their money to work generating returns than spend it on depreciating assets that provide little long-term value. This mentality also extends to how they present themselves to the world. Millionaires tend to dress conservatively, drive reasonable vehicles, and live in unassuming homes. They recognize that true security and independence come from building wealth, not flaunting it. By resisting the temptation to show off, they're able to allocate far more of their resources towards building lasting financial freedom. Principle 5. Choose the right profession. Another important money principle from the book is the importance of choosing the right profession. The research found that certain occupations are much more conducive to building wealth than others. Specifically, the book identified business owners, engineers, accountants, and attorneys as some of the most common paths to millionaire status. These professions tend to provide high incomes, opportunities for business ownership, and exposure to investment knowledge, all of which are key drivers of wealth accumulation. In contrast, professions like teachers, social workers, and government employees were less likely to produce millionaires, despite respectable incomes. The reason is that these roles typically have less upside income potential and fewer avenues for generating passive investment income. Of course, choosing a career solely based on earning potential isn't a recipe for happiness. But being intentional about selecting a profession that aligns with your skills and also has strong wealth-building potential can give you a significant long-term advantage. Principle 6. Marry well. The book also highlights the importance of marrying well, from a wealth-building perspective. Millionaire couples were found to have a high degree of similarity in their money mindsets and financial habits. Spouses who are in sync when it comes to saving, investing, and living below their means are much more likely to build substantial wealth over time. In contrast, couples who don't see eye to eye on money or have vastly different spending patterns can undermine each other's efforts to get ahead financially. Aligning on core money principles as a couple is a major contributor to long-term wealth creation, according to the research in The Millionaire Next Door. Principle 7. Cultivate multiple income streams. The final key money principle from the book is the importance of cultivating multiple income streams. Millionaires tend to have diversified sources of income, rather than relying solely on a single job or profession. This could include business ownership, real estate investments, stock market holdings, royalties, and other passive income sources. By having their money working for them in multiple ways, they are able to grow their wealth at a much faster rate than those who have a single paycheck. Developing multiple income streams also provides valuable financial resilience. If one source of income is disrupted, the others can help offset the impact. It's a key strategy that sets millionaires apart from the masses. In summary, the core money principles uncovered in The Millionaire Next Door provide a powerful blueprint for building lasting wealth. From living below your means and allocating resources efficiently, to choosing the right career and marriage partner, these strategies fly in the face of flashy consumerism, but yield extraordinary results over time. By applying these timeless principles consistently, anyone can join the ranks of the truly wealthy, even if they don't start out with significant advantages. It's a message of hope and empowerment for the everyday person looking to take control of their financial future. The path to millions may not be glamorous, but it is eminently achievable.